welcome to a brand new episode of Formula Pod. And today we're talking all about the Australian Grand Prix. Like, the season opener was definitely an amazing one for sure. But before the season opener, and talking more about that, inviting the usual gang, of course, we've got Amir joining us from London. Poor guy watched the race in the dark this morning. And we've got Nathan, who is today a happy Ferrari fan. Welcome to the show, guys.
Wow, happy Ferrari fan? that's a
If I were you, I'd
change.
be happy.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I am happy, but I'm also
Considering you
kind
had a
of
very
sad.
sad life in the last 2 years with Ferrari, so
Of course,
we'll
of
give that to
course.
you.
Yeah. I mean,
Moments of joy.
yeah.
Yes.
I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. Yeah.
But before we talk Australian Grand Prix, I know you listeners, we said about we'll be talking about Drive to Survive, but then we couldn't get time to kind of record that episode, so apologies. But any of you guys watch Drive to Survive? At least even like a random clip?
I heard that George
Unfortunately
was talking
not.
a lot.
Okay.
I mean, if they had to fill in the void of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, I think they had to pick someone. It had to be George, right? Oops.
Fair.
Well, if you as in even I think Fernando Alonso also didn't speak much.
Yeah. So you've got everything
But you
in one
know,
package.
who actually like I think got more screen time was Flavio.
Oh, really?
In fact, these guys went to Flavio's house, saw Flavio's prized possessions, and in fact, there was this one shot where he actually shows himself in different situations. It's like a collage, but if Flavio is again, it's very bougie. Okay, and you can
Hmm.
see like these golden dogs as the guards of the house, sort of thing. Like it's insane.
Hmm.
And then yeah, in between Zach was also what do you call flexing his exquisite car collections, showing off like the what do you call the Ayrton Senna driven McLaren and the Lewis Hamilton era driven McLarens,
Mhm.
and taking them on track. Like overall, yeah, at first they these guys like how do I say that? It was more Red Bull, McLaren, Alpine, like and then Jack Doohan coming out saying, okay, he got death threats and stuff, like, which that one kind of was like wild.
That's crazy.
That
Yeah.
makes me want to see the show more now. I think I might watch it now.
But yeah, they had to paint someone the villain, right? I mean, Flavio kind of
Absolutely.
fits the bill. I mean, Christian Horner is not part of the F1 grid anymore, so they have to establish a new villain in the sport, I suppose.
No, in
So,
fact, like after Christian Horner got fired, like that particular bit where these guys are focusing on Christian, these guys, the crew actually went to Christian Horner's farmhouse and set actually put up the set in his stables
Damn.
in Oxfordshire. So yeah, pretty interesting. And yeah, and definitely a bit of Williams in between, which I was like, okay, fair enough, deserved what it had to get.
mm.
But as far as Ferrari is concerned, yeah, it was a bit. I felt it was a bit too negative.
And I'm not surprised. I mean, why would it ever be positive last season? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but overall, like, yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, check it out. It's right now on Netflix, and you guys, shame on you.
Yeah, man.
Arjun, we have a life, man. All right.
as if, as if
all
I
right,
don't
I'm
have one.
first- Oh my god, I couldn't watch an episode of Drive to Survive. All right.
Bro,
I'm trying to survive in London. That's more than enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Walking
Yeah,
to
he's
survive.
more than walking. It's walking and taking the tube and surviving.
Man, let's talk about Formula One. Otherwise,
Let's
I'll
talk
go
about
on
Formula
and
One.
on. Yes.
Let's talk about Formula One. Let's not make this the Mihir Balotia's what do you call therapy podcast?
Oh man,
London edition.
shit. You'll have to go for ages, man. No, let's not talk about these.
this will not end today. To all those listening, this won't end today. It will go on.
Yeah. So let's
But
talk about
anyways,
Ferrari instead.
Finally, another therapy session is that's not related to Ferrari at all. I mean, I'm all for it as long as we're not talking about Ferrari.
No, let's start off the topic with Ferrari. Actually, you know what? Ferrari was actually a really good, had a really good race this weekend. I was
Yes,
pretty impressed. I
they
was from
did.
the beginning very
like
impressed.
very impressed. Like on the launch itself, before the first turn, Charles Leclerc got that off. Like that small turbo is really working wonders for Ferrari.
And what a
I know
move.
there's something about the Ferraris at the Australian GP. They were ruthless. They did not care about anything. They went for all the gaps. They took all the chances. They did every single thing a Formula One driver would do without thinking twice.
Yeah.
Except again, we would say Ferrari got one of the best cars, got a good pair, and still strategy sucks.
Oh, I actually, I don't know.
Okay, okay,
Unpopular opinion.
okay.
Unpopular opinion. But I don't know even if they had pitted Hamilton or Charles in that virtual safety car, I think you would have still seen the
At
same
least the
result.
second one. At least the second one, because Valtteri actually stopped, and then like Charles and Lewis was still passing through,
Yeah, I mean it's
and it was and the pit exit didn't close, and that was the exact same time Max Verstappen went into pits.
that is true. That is true.
So at least one of them could have got in.
Could have,
That's what
but then
Lewis said as
again,
well. Lewis on the radio, Lewis said one of us should have gone inside
I
Yeah.
think
because
that
he's
was
looking out for a team.
no, I think that was related to the first VSC,
VSC.
the first
Was it?
VSC.
Oh, was it the
Yeah.
second one?
No, no,
Regardless.
no.
No, no.
See,
Okay, let's talk about the second one then.
See,
They
the
should have
second
done a
one.
pit stop.
The second one was very close. I remember the virtual safety car notification coming right as Lewis, just past that pit entry. Like
Exactly.
that pit entry. I mean, that was kind of like wrong timing. I feel like if they were in, I don't know, turn 10, turn 11, maybe they could have taken the call because it didn't make sense for them to come back all the way and then pit because that would just, waste their time. But
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, if you look at it see, you can say a lot of things with hindsight. And now that we know how the race went, I mean, you could say all of that. But in the moment, I think Ferrari did their best, what they could have done.
Mhm.
It was a very bold move from Mercedes to, to make that pit stop in that first virtual safety car.
And that to a double stack.
And that to a double stack. Exactly. Very bold. It did pay off, but again, very bold. Something that Ferrari has done before and has not worked out. I mean, I can count so many times where Ferrari have boldly pitted both drivers or one driver and it ended up really bad. So,
Yeah.
it's very hard to say that the strategy was, poor or they did a bad job. At least it could have gone worse. I'm
But
just saying,
like
could have gone worse.
like you're telling this, but at the second VSC, actually the pit crew actually were ready waiting for the car.
Hmm.
But then both the cars pass through, and then I'm like, wait, the pit crew is ready. If they don't go ready without an intimation, okay, someone is told to box.
Hmm.
But then none of these guys boxed. But anyways, moral of the story, it was a good 3-4 Ferrari got regardless.
Yeah, but how was the race in general? I mean, I know we are all like Ferrari fans because of Lewis and Charles, but how was the
No,
looking?
Mihir, the real question is, did it pay off moving from Mercedes to Audi?
Hmm.
Look, I know for a fact that Audi's gonna take at least 2 more years to be on the top five, right? So my expectations with them is quite slow. But
Okay.
now that we're talking about Audi, I think 80% of the time they were better than Williams. So great
Okay.
start, right? I think there's a lot to learn from this. There's a lot of feedback. I'm pretty sure they're going through it. But Williams has been there for so long. and the drivers are experienced. The drivetrain is powered, originated by Audi. I trust German engineering, regardless. So
Okay.
I'm a. But when it comes to Ferrari, I think Ferraris, they were a bit slow at a few points because I see Mercedes going way quick. But I feel like Lewis knew every inch of that car, where he knew if I take this turn, I know this car wouldn't fail me, and that's something that I haven't seen in Lewis. I could hear it, the confidence in his
Yeah.
control, radio, his partnership with Charles. It was he was making art. He was doing something that we haven't seen in years with Mercedes and Ferrari, to be honest. So I was quite impressed. Audi, I'm not going to talk much about it because I haven't seen them race potentially. But from practice sessions and from everything that I've seen, it seems quite promising. But it's too early to say anything because Williams might just come up with a really good upgrade in the next couple of races.
Yeah.
God knows. And Ferrari
But
might degrade. So God knows.
but
Very
you
true.
know, it's funny that I actually heard that in the paddock, Ferrari's engine is the most reliable one,
Yeah.
apparently, because George at the moment is in his second energy store. So and the regulation only allows two energy stores a year, and it's your very first race. You got to live with that energy store for the rest of the 23 races.
Yeah, which I find hilarious, by the way.
I
I
know.
mean, either they just want to use up all their allocations right now, which doesn't make sense, but I don't know. I mean, let's see in the coming weekends how that Mercedes operates. I mean,
But you know,
it's
when we are
yeah.
looking from a race space standpoint, Mercedes definitely stays on top.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm going to give the race pace depending on the fastest driver for that specific team. Okay, so for Mercedes, it was Kimi Antonelli with a 1:23.3, followed by Ferrari with a 0.13 second pace, and that's followed by Verstappen for on Red Bull on a 0.53 seconds, and followed by Audi of Bortoleto on a 1.53 seconds pace, followed by Haas of Behrman 1.68, Racing Bulls Lindblad 1.84, Alpine it was Gasly with a 2.12, Williams, Albon with 2.36, Cadillac with 4.31 seconds of pace, and Aston Martin, we don't even know what's happening there.
So these numbers that you're talking about, are these like the gaps to
Yeah, to the
Mercedes?
leader.
Okay.
Gaps to the leader.
You know what surprises me is how Racing Bulls or Arvid is all the way down there when he actually did a really good job. I mean, I
He
didn't have
actually did
much
a good
hopes.
job.
Yeah, I didn't have much hopes for Arvid. I mean, considering that's his first race, but think about it. Like, it's your first race in Melbourne, and by turn three, you're already P3. I mean, he started where? P9 or
Yeah.
Yeah.
P9 or P8? I mean, getting into P3, fighting Lando Norris, Isaac Hadjar, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, and fighting your way all the way to third place is insane. It's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's insane how much confidence he has, and he's no slouch either. I mean, he's very good at handling that pressure, and he himself said it that it's something that everyone's discussed around him, and he's only going to get better over the weekends. But good race. I'm really impressed.
Absolutely. Like, because at a point he was provisional P3.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, yeah, Liam Lawson, like, again, I'm sorry to say, but bro, you got a rookie on his very first race getting points, and you finished 1.5 seasons and you still haven't gotten points on your debut on your very first race of the season. Not saying that you should, but come on, if your new teammate can, you definitely should be able to.
Actually, you know what? Talking about Liam Lawson, I actually want to talk about, you know, the race as it's on its
Okay.
own, and the cars, that start by all the cars on the grid. I mean, it was really funny that now it takes longer for the cars to sort of rev up and then for the five red lights to go
Yeah.
out. It was also insane that it was 4.5 red lights that kind of went off, because as soon as the fifth light came on, it just went off, and that kind of caught
Charles
everyone off
Leclerc
guard.
called Charles Leclerc called the guy cheeky. The
Yeah,
cheeky move.
exactly. And you mentioned Liam Lawson not having like a great race, and I think one of the reasons why he didn't is that start that he had, which was honestly scary. I don't know if you guys saw the replays
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Franco
Franco
Colapinto's.
Colapinto.
Oh my goodness! I mean, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it, because
Like
that could have ended badly.
razor sharp difference, right?
Yeah,
Like he
seriously.
could have just straight rammed into him and just got it off.
Yeah, insane save. And it was not like it's a wide track, right? There is walls on both sides. You really don't have place to, maneuver the car around that much. So for him to, not hit Liam Lawson, that's one thing. And the second is for him to drift away from him and not damage his own car. I mean, that's just insane. That's just insane.
Yeah. And even
But
like
I do
Mihir,
I
go on.
do feel like since this is the first race, we're really judging them right now based on how they may perform in the future. I saw a lot of drivers not being as confident as they should be, obviously with the new upgrades and the new shape of the car and the hydraulic turns up and no DRS. I think there's a lot more at stake now. So I think the drivers are, I mean, the new drivers should be okay. It's the old ones that I'm assuming are still getting used to no DRS and
Hmm.
having the car shorter. And I don't think it's lighter, right? But is the car lighter this year?
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like by 2 kilograms or something.
I mean, to be honest, looking at these guys, even if it's lighter than if it's lighter than 2 kgs, I'm pretty sure it makes a vast difference because these cars are like
Yeah.
they
Yeah. I
work on
think.
aerodynamics, right? So then
Yeah.
it's a huge thing for them.
I
So
think it's a little bit greater than 2 kilograms. I just have to
Oh,
check
sorry,
on
my
that.
bad. My bad. I
Yeah.
just checked right now. It is
30?
30 to 32
Yeah.
kgs lighter than
okay,
2025
well then
models.
Yeah.
that's well yeah, okay, well
So
if
from
that's the case,
800 kgs, it's gone down to 768 kgs. It's a 4% reduction in weight
okay,
with a
well
200 millimeter shorter wheelbase and a 100 millimeter narrower width.
Arjun, are you gonna keep throwing facts at me about these numbers and shit? Because
You know
really
what? I'm done.
annoying,
I'm done.
man.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh
Go on.
my
Go
god, I
on.
was trying to make a good point. Then this guy just comes in out of nowhere, like Liam Lawson, but then I have to like maneuver and be like, oh no, wait, give me a second. No, but
But go on.
coming back to the point of like having such drastic changes, there's always you can practice 100 times, you can do 100 laps, you can go through the dyno tunnel as well, but it's the dirty wind, it's the dirty race, the track. I think that's what comes down to the driver and the car. And I think this is a phenomenal way to see not just your cars, but how other cars are really adapted to this. So looking at reliability, I think Ferrari's done a phenomenal job. Um, I was hoping that from Haas, because obviously Toyota means reliability, right? That's how we associate it. But now I think Ferrari is a new Toyota. So
Whoa, 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 whoa. Japanese people will have so much, what do you call feedback on that?
to be honest, you know what? Ferrari should be happy because Toyota's doing a splendid job in the automobile industry as compared to Ferraris. But because Ferrari, I feel like and I think Arjun and I had a talk about this um, the previous season of Formula Pod, where we said the year that Ferrari does well, the production doesn't go well. And the year when the production goes well, Ferrari Formula One doesn't go well. I'm not sure if that's still, if I don't know if that still goes. Is that a myth that we created, or is it actually a fact? We'll have to see, huh, Arjun?
Well, to all the listeners out there who are longtime Formula One fans, have been following Ferrari for so long, please do let us know if this is a myth or a fact.
I think Nathan's thinking about. Nathan's having a hard think about this.
It's funny because I always thought that the Michael Schumacher inspired car was produced when he was, um, I think just about. I think it was around the time when he was in Ferrari, wasn't it? I forgot what it was called, the FXX something. Uh, but again, that was not really like a mass-produced car, was it? It was more of like a kind of a prototype, something that you know people could invest in, and they could only drive it in a track. So I don't know.
You
I
mean the
think
F 2001?
no, 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 no,
No, not
no.
the
The
car, right?
the Schumacher inspired designed Ferrari.
Oh,
Uh,
wait, do you mean the F40?
no, 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 no. The FXX, I believe that's the name of the Ferrari. It's like a track-based thing. It's like a track-based car.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
car only manufactured for the track. You can't
for a
drive it
track.
on street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually
It
surprised.
was it was it was first sold in 2007.
I mean,
Uh,
the 458 was produced in 2009. Um,
this is 2007.
yeah, maybe you know what? Maybe Mihir has a point here. I mean, I believe like for the 458 is a very classic, at least modern classic Ferrari car. Um,
Okay.
and that was kind of pretty much the sort of car that, I mean, if you think about a Ferrari road car, you would think of the 458.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe Mihir has a point. Maybe he does. So let's hope that Ferrari doesn't produce any good road cars this year or for the upcoming years.
I,
And
I think
let's see if
I
that.
think they're focusing on their clothing lineup more than their production cars now. Because I keep
Anything.
getting ads of
No,
Ferrari
but
clothing. It's like,
listen, we've got now the WEC guys also on the F1 team,
Mm,
and they're cooking up with some things. So you
yeah.
may not know. We may not know like those. What do you call those straight mode? Those flaps which will go into a 360,
Mm,
which we saw in
yeah.
Bahrain, may come back.
I think it needs to come back.
I think it needs to come back. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It does.
Because
But
it kind of generates a bit of lift.
it does. And it reduces the drag by quite a bit. And it adds at least, a post that I read, it adds like, I think, 5 to 7 kilometers per hour once it's engaged. But I really think that you can only do that in tracks where you can, make the car a bit more slippery. In tracks that need more downforce and you need the downforce, it's going to be pretty hard to manage that. But then again, I'm not aerodynamicist, so let's see what happens. Well, actually, you know what? Speaking about the cars, I saw this during free practice and during qualifying, and it really bugged me out. I don't know if it bugged you guys out, but
Okay.
the car dies. The car just dies when it goes to a corner, and it's called super clipping. Apparently, that's the term for it now, where the car reaches a certain speed, and because of the state of charge or the battery capacity or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't have that much of charge, the engine slowly dies, like the revs go down in a way. Um, where I think it was turn 9 in the Australian Grand Prix, where usually the cars kind of reach a pretty high speed at that point of time, and they sort of lift. They don't really brake there, they lift off. I'm talking about cars before this regulation. They lift off and they go into that chicane. It's like a high speed chicane. But now, for some odd reason, the car automatically slows down before you go to that corner. So what do you guys think about that?
It's very funny when you're watching the onboards, especially when you're watching the live onboards, and then all of a sudden you're listening to this engine with like high on high like, and then all of a sudden that, even though like the guy puts what do you call, the driver is on the gas, and you still got this, what do you call this, all of a sudden like I saw that with wait, it was one of the videos you sent to me
Yeah.
of Carlos Sainz doing free practice in
Yeah.
Australia. Like I personally feel for this regulation, this track doesn't seem to be right.
Hey, and I'm just talking about this track. I'm just waiting for this car to hit Baku. I mean, the engine is just gonna die by the.
especially the last turn.
Yeah,
The last turn, between the last turn and the first turn, that straight,
yeah,
this is so going to be cooked up.
yeah. And let's not forget that we have Las Vegas this season as well.
Yes.
And
So
and Monza.
and Monza, exactly. Actually, I believe Monza would be a bit better considering that there's a lot more hard braking zones. So, maybe it's going to be easy for the car to sort
Like,
of generate the battery.
yeah. But
But
I'm even
yeah,
thinking, even the next race in Shanghai, the
yeah,
what do you call,
the
which
back
is
straight.
normally considered the back straight and the straight towards the like adjacent to the main grandstand.
Yeah,
It will come up to be an issue. Like, I don't see for Suzuka that being an issue, because
yeah,
Suzuka, it's a lot of turns in and out, so it should be
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
But yeah, for these long straight tracks, even um Barcelona,
yeah.
Barcelona,
Yeah.
Mexico, like Mexico, especially the main straight.
No, I'm thinking Las Vegas. Las Vegas is just one straight. It's like a rectangle at this point. I mean, you've just got straights
No,
on
but
every side.
but I personally feel like you need to keep, like, include tracks where they've got more braking zones, just so they can generate, like, recharge their battery.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't
It's
know if
very
it's about the track.
complex. I
Yeah, it
personally feel
is.
it feels a bit too complex.
But I'll just be honest. I'm not a big fan of, engines dying out before it reaches a corner. It really like throws me off. It really does. I mean, it's so funny because Isaac Hadjar, when he retired, he kind of retired in that straight. And I didn't know if it was his engine actually dying out or if it was the super clipping thing. So imagine if something like that happens and you don't know what the difference is. I mean, it can get really scary.
Yeah, like, Mahir, what are your thoughts?
I just think that it's. I think it's a. It could be a defect that may resolve. Do you think that's
Okay.
the case? Do you think everyone's going to sign a petition saying, you know what, this is what's happening? You got to make a few changes during the season?
I
Because
don't think all the drivers are happy about it. So
yeah, so I
Yeah,
something
think
would be done. Yeah.
I think they might do something about it.
but you know what Charles Leclerc actually said? This car is like a mushroom in Mario Kart.
Wait, is that real? I thought that was AI. I legit thought that was AI generated. Are you sure that's real?
I got it from racingnews365.com.
Okay, so that was real. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
and
I mean,
and there are, like, some feedbacks from drivers. So, like, Checo Perez said it's very different to F1, to what I was used to. It's a lot less fun, definitely the racing side. That's what
hey,
Checo Perez says. Hadjar says, I knew the engine was going to blow up after turn one. Like, the sound, it totally changed after the start. The only positive point, I take the super start and then I have no more battery.
yeah.
And then you've got Charles again saying, I think it will definitely change the way we go about racing. Before it was about who was the bravest in braking late. Now there's a bit more of a strategy behind every move.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and our world champion Lando Norris says it's not as fun as last year, but it is what it is. Racing just remains tricky.
Hmm.
And Max Verstappen says chaos back and forth, strange Mario Kart like things were happening in the midfield.
Hmm.
And out of all these, you've got Alonso saying, I think the start and the first two laps were the most enjoyable part of the race.
Poor
He's got
guy.
DNF, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like, listen. He says this continues. I mean, P10 for 2 laps was unexpected, but I think the start wasn't our problem. While everyone else was struggling with boost or whatever, we had a problem-free first lap.
Yeah, and you know what? Hey, that's a big win for Aston Martin, by the
I
way.
actually,
That's a big win.
like,
That
these
really
guys
is.
came to the weekend saying we can't do more than 25 laps or else we would get nerve damage.
Yeah.
These guys went, I think, for what, 30 something laps.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was, I think, at one point where Fernando just came into the pits and then they released him after 10 laps and he
I
was
know.
like
No,
12
two
laps
laps.
behind.
Two laps.
No, there was at one point he was like 10 or 12 laps behind the leader.
No, it was two laps.
Are
Two
you
laps
sure it
behind.
was 2
Yeah,
or
yeah.
12?
It was two
That
laps behind.
then that probably was like a error on the side thing, which is weird, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed. The timing tower, they replaced the hundredths and the thousandths of a second, which is very
I
annoying.
know.
I
It's so messed up. Like, I'm
not a big
sorry to
fan.
say, but like
Yeah,
the timing tower only actually did its actual job after the race got finished. Then it
yeah,
started showing like gap between the what do you call, the race leader in like in the three decimals,
yeah.
but otherwise it was like point 0.2, point 0.3. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, the timing tower, it used to show like three decimal places, if I'm not wrong, before. So it used to show 0.435 or 0.426. And it kept on updating like every, I think, second or half a second or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But now it's just one decimal place. So you don't even know if they're like even closing in. And I think
Like,
it's just annoying. It's
I
just very
understand
annoying.
we've got 22 drivers on the grid, but come on, timing tower, like, you can't be doing this, please.
I mean, I think there was just, if there was one thing that I just was glued on, whenever Charles or whenever Ferrari was leading a race, I didn't watch the race. I was just watching the timing towers, honestly speaking. And that kept me going. I'll be honest. So the fact that they took that away from me is, I will not forgive them.
I was at least looking at the telemetry while watching the race.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least I was like, there are like still those three decimals on the telemetry on the F1 app.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of helped out. But coming back, the home favorite, Oscar Piastri, before even anything happened, bro just retired. And he, like, I was very surprised. Like, I didn't watch the formation lap, but then when I saw, I was like, where's Oscar? What's happening? Like, it's. I don't even know. I was a bit like surprised. And also, McLaren, what happened?
I mean, I don't know. Wasn't
Zach
it?
is just done with two world championships. That's it.
I didn't we expect this? I mean, I expected
No,
it.
like, I expected, but I didn't expect it to go this down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe if Oscar was there on the track, it could have been better. It's very hard
Yeah,
to say, obviously, but
but
it's very sad that
yeah,
that
like,
happened to him.
uh, man, no words, to be very honest. But next, what I'm going to say from Lando Norris, Nathan, you may end up loving this. Lando Norris says, "I think Ferrari, from what we see quite clearly, they have the best car. The cornering speeds are unbelievable."
Okay, yeah. Um, I don't know what's he smoking. I seriously don't know what's he smoking. I mean, he has to say that, right?
Absolutely.
Because if he says that the Mercedes is the best car, he has a Mercedes engine in the car. So that just, it doesn't help. So he has to say the Ferrari is the best when it clearly isn't. And we can clearly see that. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys watch qualifying, but I tend to judge cars based on how well they do in qualifying.
yeah.
That might not be like a really good trait, obviously, because qualifying pace and race pace is two different things. But I don't look at the car in terms of the qualifying pace. I just look at the car based on how well it drives on the track. And
Okay.
oh man, that Mercedes reminded me of, a lot of cars that dominated throughout
W11.
the W11, the Red Bull car that started dominating in 2023. It just looked like that to me. I mean, it's the harmony between the car and George Russell. I mean, the way he drives it, it's not like anyone else. Like all the other cars are on the rails. Like, every single time I see the Ferrari on a hot lap, it's always like, pushing out every corner. You see the car
Hmm.
like squiggling a bit. Even Max drives like that at times. But that Mercedes car looks planted in every single corner. And Australia is not an easy track to drive on as well. It's a
Absolutely not.
pretty difficult track.
Like, even when you watch Charles versus Russell, that battle,
Yeah.
turn after turn, the lead goes like either Russell or Charles. Russell or Charles. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And the one thing that seals everything is obviously the man himself, Mr. Toto, and his lovely grin. That kind of man, dude, that just unsettles me. I mean, the fact that that guy's smiling like that makes me believe that this is going to be a long year for all the fans that are not Mercedes fans, obviously. Yeah.
But you know what? He's got a board who is frustrated, being like, "Why you haven't gotten a championship?" Being the works team, so he needs to what do you call, answer to his investors.
Yeah.
But,
And
but go on, sorry.
no, I think he can answer that this season with the way how he has developed the car. I mean,
Yeah, but
Too early to say anything. Too
too
early to say
early to
anything.
say.
that
I
is
think
true. That is true.
I think we need to wait until Suzuka to
Yeah.
kind of come up with the proper solid what do you call,
Evaluation for
evaluation of
each
the.
driver and car, and you never know. In the next few days, they might even come up with a new upgrade for the cars, saying, "Okay, well, you have these many issues. Let's change it."
Yeah, absolutely.
And talking about
um
changes, Arjun, do you want to talk about any track
yeah,
replacement?
so now, to all our listeners, like, you guys know, we are like, myself and Nathan are based out of the UAE, and over the past week there has been situations going on, like geopolitical situations going on. So this also kind of affects in the Formula One races in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. So this Australian Grand Prix, not every team's full members were there, because they were supposed to do the Pirelli wet tire testing the week before the Australian Grand Prix, but they couldn't do that because of the geopolitical situation, what's happening over here. So because of this one, there is chances that the Bahrain Grand Prix and the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, they are just back to back, race 4 and race 5, may sometimes be changed, as in we may have another track put in place. So probably we may end up going to Europe a lot earlier than expected, but this is again unsure. But again, based on how situations happen over here, if by then the geopolitical tensions kind of come to a stop, we will have the Bahrain and the Jeddah Grand Prix. But or otherwise, these potential chances are these may go to Portimao in Portugal, because Portimao is only expected to show an appearance starting next year. So again, because there were plenty of options, you had the Istanbul Park and all these, but the problem is that any F1 race which has to happen, must the track must be homologated to F1 standards. So, and right now, the only two tracks which realistically has got a chance is Portimao in Portugal and the Imola, like Emilia Romagna, Imola Grand Prix. That sometimes can come back. This year, it's not on the calendar because this year we have got two Spanish races, one in Barcelona and one in Madrid. So fingers crossed on how this goes, but definitely, if it would be a big miss if we kind of miss off the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, because I would clearly want to see these cars in that super fast track when clearly the battery is run out and recharge mode is like just turned on.
Yeah.
Like I personally feel at this rate people would just keep on pressing the overtake button a lot,
Yeah.
because that kind of deploys a bit more energy.
Yeah. But, a lot of the drivers are saying it's not flat out racing anymore. You have to kind of
Be
think
very
before.
strategic.
Yeah, you got to think before you do something. And I mean, yes, there is obviously that strategy element, you know,
Mhm.
to driving and whatever. But look, Formula One is, I mean, it's Formula One. I mean, it's
Yeah, yeah,
the best when it comes to racing. I mean, to have cars that have engines that just die out by the end of a straight is something that, you know, is kind of sad. It's really sad. I mean, it's kind of funny that the year before this we had cars that, you know, as soon as it hit like 320 plus kilometers per hour, you could kind of feel how fast those cars go.
yeah, yeah.
But as right now, I mean, as soon as the cars hit that speed, they just like die. They don't even get to, you know, sustain those speeds anymore, which is
Yeah,
really sad.
it is. It is. It's indeed sad. Uh, like I was just thinking this. Like completely beside from this entire thing out batteries. Isaac Hadjar in his entire Formula One career has only finished 11 laps in Australia.
Oh man. Yeah.
Last last year, he actually went off track and crashed the car during the formation lap. This year, he just did 11 laps, and then that Ford engine was steaming off.
Yeah. Let's hope it's not that second seat curse, right? I really hope it's not, because he did a really good job
He
in
did a
qualifying.
good, exactly. Like he was solid on qualifying. Like
Yeah.
finally, people were like, okay, this guy is worthy enough to be Max Verstappen's teammate. Well, then Max at
Yeah.
the same time has said that there is chances that he may call in his retirement from into Formula One a lot earlier because the cars are like these.
Yeah. I mean, he would say anything at this point. He's that type
Yeah,
of guy now. So, yeah.
and and Mihir has got a concern right now with the new Formula One cars. He's got concern about the blinkers. Go. What is your concern about the blinkers? All right. So, what we were discussing about
I was talking about the blinkers.
Blinking.
blinkers. Okay, we kind of wrapped up on the blinkers, right? Or you had anything else to add?
He was just going off.
No, no,
You're
no.
just
Go
going
ahead.
off, right?
No,
Yeah,
no, no. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
okay, but with the blinkers, you know what again, they say it is for safety reasons, and when in low visibility, the blinkers should do the job. And I agree to you. It basically looks like those random hazard lights which you put when the car stops.
Yeah.
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 You
But
know,
but I feel like they need it more now than ever, because, you know, if you're talking about like a track like Baku or something, right? And then in the middle your engine kind of like
definitely the
stops,
hazard, definitely the
and
hazard lights.
you're trying to slipstream someone, and then he instantly like slows down like 50 kilometers. You gotta swerve. You
No,
need to
not
have some
that.
sort of
No, that
indication.
Nathan, that's fine. That's okay. I'm
Okay.
talking about the orange blinkers
The
on
one
the side mirrors.
on the side mirrors.
Oh, those ones. Yeah, those ones are stupid.
Yeah, no,
Those
no,
ones are-
no, yeah, no, 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 no. The blinkers at the back are fine. That's to
Yeah.
That's
showcase that
required.
Yeah.
that's okay. That's phenomenal work. Okay, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's very good. It gives
Yeah.
the other driver behind
Hmm.
a good amount of seconds so they can swerve out
Yeah.
if there's any like Monte Carlo. I think that no Monte Carlo, the Monaco track. I think that tunnel
Same thing. Yes.
The
has
same
a
thing.
lot.
Same thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's. I think that track is known. That tunnel is known for
Yeah.
accidents,
Yeah. Yeah. I
right?
think there was some safety thing, right? I don't know
That's
what
fine.
the
It's the blinkers on the side mirrors. That's what pisses me off.
yeah, it's something about safety, but I don't know how that
It is, yeah, it
would
is a safety though.
I don't know how that's related to safety. I mean, why would you put it on the side mirror?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
should.
mean,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's a bit weird, but I mean,
Anyway,
if it's for safety, we can't say anything, right? I mean,
See, they just say it is to significantly increase visibility, particularly in poor weather, low light, or after a crash. The side-mounted lights act as a safety warning for other drivers, activating when the car is moving below 20 kilometers per hour, stopped on the track, or during specific race start scenarios.
okay.
mm,
Again, very, very weird, but
If I were you, I would say when it's raining or when there's low visibility, then you can switch it on. That's fine. But for like normal track days, I don't think it's needed.
no, if the car goes below 20 kph, it turns on.
That's nice.
That
So just
base.
stop driving only. No, why drive that? Just stop driving, get out and throw your steering wheel and go back home. You no need to switch on the hazard light. Oh guys, I'm below 20. Chama, relax. Okay, I'm crossing a road here.
Well, something very funny that I saw, like Colapinto actually got today a penalty,
Oh
and
boy.
the FIA graphic that came out, Colapinto and go. Instead of Colapinto has got a stop and go penalty, it's Colapinto and go got a penalty, a 10-second penalty. I was like, what?
Awesome. Yeah.
Like FIA be doing FIA stuff?
I mean, I don't know if that's an FIA thing or a TV direction thing. I mean, it could be a TV direction thing. But yeah, let's
It's
talk
it's
crap
it's it's
about
got
both.
it's got the FIA logo, so why not?
Sure,
Uh,
sure. Hey, okay. Actually, by the way, before we wrap things up, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty important thing to talk about. But a big shout out to Cadillac to have a car finish, being a first time constructor, and to sort of finish your car before Aston Martin could finish a race is a big is a big win.
Absolutely.
It's a big
yeah,
achievement.
I agree
And
with you. I
you
agree
know
with
what? 15th is not bad. I mean, obviously there were DNFs. I mean, that's there
Yeah,
with
yeah.
every race, but to sort of finish a race for a team that's just started in Formula One. By the way, when I say just started, I mean just started. They had no infrastructure, nothing to fall back
Nothing.
on. It's from ground zero. These guys have Bottas and Sergio Perez in that team. And I don't know if you saw this, but there was a video of them pulling out of the garage. And the garage that they were in looks horrible. It looked like as if it was like a spare garage where they kept like other cars or like the safety car in it or something like that. It was the
Yeah.
most tightest kind of gap for a Formula 1 car to be in. And I'm just thinking, you know, the team that finishes 11th this season has to be in that garage next year.
you.
So right now that's Aston Martin. So
Adrian Newey,
yeah,
if you're ever listening to this, I hope you do. Buckle up.
man.
Buckle up.
Yes.
That's a
Now
good
he is
one.
going to buckle up because Arjun said this.
It's not that, again, I can be confident enough that Adrian Newey wants to listen to my podcast. Doesn't
Follow.
mean he will listen, but I can have the confidence that he will listen to it.
Where do you get this confidence from, da? You tell me. I really want this confidence.
I'm a very confident guy.
Is it?
Yeah, 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 big time.
You don't know
Sometimes
he
being
goes to
overconfident with your mustache choice is also not that good. Just saying.
Thank you.
board meetings, man. Aston Martin board meetings and all. He's good
All
friends with Lawrence
right.
Stroll and everyone.
Yeah. I
Hey man,
forgot.
if I'm
Jeez.
good friends with Lawrence Stroll, I would be driving an Aston Martin car over here rather than a Toyota, okay?
Hey,
Maybe you
yo,
are.
Toyota's a good, reliable car. Okay.
It is a good, reliable car. I'm not going to deny that. No, no.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's a new Ferrari of the season. Don't forget.
I don't know if I can take that as a compliment, but you know what? At this point, I'll take anything.
Man, okay. Anyways, next race, Shanghai. Mihir, you want to some fun facts or something you've got?
No, but if you, I don't. But if you guys look at the stories, you will find out. So I'm gonna start posting a lot more on the page with the episode link with a fun fact of each track. So make sure that you do read it, and if you like the fact, do give us a like and give Arjun some fashion advice as well. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Wow, fashion advice. Wow.
I have a fun fact about this
Okay,
track. The
finally.
fastest lap time here was put in
Max.
by Michael Schumacher. No,
Oh.
Yes.
not Max,
2004.
not Lewis Hamilton, not Max Verstappen, not Lando Norris. It was Michael Schumacher.
Damn.
2004, it was a 132.238.
Exactly. Yeah.
But look at the
2004.
car difference also, man. Like the cars there were cars. Now it's that
No,
like everyone
like
says Mario Kart.
those were cars where you had to every pit stop you had to fuel up, not
Mm,
hybrid powertrains
Yeah,
yeah.
useless.
Yeah.
and
All because,
V10 engines.
it's all because of these vegans only. Anyway,
Please,
I did not say
please
anything.
put that on the please put that on the show.
man, I know. Sorry, I won't.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. But like, yeah, some random facts is just that it's got one of the longest straights in Formula One. It has got a 1.2 kilometer back straight. This means, as we discussed previously, battery
Mm.
will die midway if they don't deploy it properly.
Either it'll die in the back straight or it'll die in the main straight, the start finish straight. It's got to be one of those two for sure.
One of them.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, definitely a track that moderately demands braking, so definitely a lot of recharging moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, that back straight is definitely going to be the thing. But anyways, on that note, we would like to wrap up the current episode of Formula Pod. We shall come back to you in Shanghai after the Chinese Grand Prix. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And also follow us on our Instagram page, formula.pod. Until next time, this glitchy guy, Arjun, and the rest of the crew signing off. Goodbye and good night.